Hi guys, welcome back to PlanetJayy Astrology. This is going to be our 5th video in our astrology series and the 4th video in the sun signs portion of the astrology series, where we talk about the sun sign Gemini. In today's video, we're going to talk about the good and the not so good qualities about Gemini, as it is important to consider both. And then we're just going to continue down with the rest of the 12 signs, so stay tuned for those. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So, Gemini. Gemini sun. Geminis are ruled by Mercury, and they're an air sign. They're also a mutable sign. So if you don't know what all of those things mean, elements, modalities, things like that, I will leave some links in the description box to some other videos that I've already made on a separate channel explaining what those things are. But essentially, Gemini being an air sign that is mutable, ruled by Mercury, it makes them be somebody who is very communicative. Geminis love to use their words. Mercury rules over communication, learning, studying, research, travel, and things like that. So this is why Geminis are usually very talkative people. Now, in addition to this, they're very smart people. They love to learn new things, so they have a quick mind, and they're always very versatile. They love to learn new things, and they're often regarded as the jack of all trades in the zodiac. They're super informative, they always have something to say, and they're very sociable signs. Being an air sign, most Geminis, unless they're very introverted, enjoy being around other people. They enjoy meeting new people and talking to new people because they like to learn through other people. And this is a comparison to their other sign, which is also the other sign, Virgo, which is also ruled by Mercury, who also likes to learn, but they like to learn on their own. And we'll talk about Virgo later on in the astrology series, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. But back to Gemini. Like I said, Geminis are very informative people. They love to learn, and they also are very good friends. They love their friends. They like to be there for them and do things with them and go out and have fun. They're very easygoing people. In addition to this, they're super savvy and multifaceted. They love to learn new things, and therefore a lot of Geminis can have a lot of skills and talents that you wouldn't even think that they had, or you've never met anybody have those talents before, just simply because they are just so interested in something new. They love mental stimulation, so they're very driven to stimulate their mind in any way possible. Geminis love to crack a joke and make somebody laugh. They're very comical and flirtatious sign. They're pretty flexible and adaptable, being a mutable sign as well, and very dexterous. They have a youthful energy to them. They're very energetic people, and they try to be rational with the way that they go about life, being an air sign. Okay, they're witty. A lot of Geminis love to read or just learn in general, but most Geminis that I've met love to read things, listen to podcasts, things like that. So yeah, those are the great qualities about Gemini. Now we're going to move on to the negative qualities. Now, this is not to say that Geminis are not a good sign, but it is important, like I said, to consider all the traits of a sign. Every sign can be underdeveloped, meaning that they have not yet learned the karmic lessons surrounding their sun sign, and so these qualities come out until they are able to, get a hold on them. So, Gemini, being ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, sometimes they can be a bit verbose, or they can say too much. They sometimes have trouble reeling themselves in and not saying everything that comes to their mind, and unfortunately it can get them in some pretty sticky situations sometimes, especially when they're kids, because adults, when they speak to Geminis as children, kind of try to demand respect from them. But Geminis like to be pretty comical, and like I said, sometimes they say the first thing on their mind. So yeah, they can be a bit unserious sometimes. They like to take life easy, and most of this is because Geminis often grow up in pretty chaotic home environments, and so their way of dealing with it is by cracking a joke. And so this is a quality that most Geminis take into their adulthood. However, the karmic lesson surrounding their sign is to find a balance between being fun and and being fun and being serious. You know, they have to level that out at some point. Now, in addition to this, being ruled by Mercury, the sign that is in charge of like communication and information, things like that, Gemini can be a bit scatterbrained and anxious sometimes. They can find themselves overthinking quite a lot, like their other sign that is, I don't want to call them a sister sign because it's not their sister sign, but you know, they are like brother or sister, Gemini and Virgo, because they're both ruled by Mercury, similar to Taurus and Libra, who are both ruled by Venus. But yeah, they can be a bit anxious and scattered brained sometimes when they are emotionally overwhelmed. They can get a bit anxious and, you know, sometimes say things that they don't mean, or just go down this spiral of negative thinking. In addition to this, because Gemini is a mutable air sign, they like to experience life and have fun. And this can make them seem a bit non-committal, meaning if something is not giving them enough mental stimulation, oftentimes they will let it go. So this is why I said Geminis are often called a jack of all trades, but a jack is not a king, or a jack is not a master, right? So sometimes Geminis will dive deep into something for a little bit and get pretty good at it, but they never really master it because their mind goes elsewhere. In addition to this, Geminis like to have fun and crack a joke. In Greek mythology, Mercury, in Greek mythology, Hermes is the sign that can go on all three planes of existence. So they can go up to the gods, they can stay on the mid-plane with the commoners or the mortals, but they can also go down below where Hades is. So they, like I said, they like to meet a lot of people, but they learn from people, right? So Gemini can learn from others how to lie, how to, you know, tell a tall tale, you know, to get what they want. So they can be a bit mischievous sometimes, and they also do like to kind of make life a game. So sometimes they will, you know, tell a little tale just to see, you know, the reaction that people give. So they can be a bit dishonest or indulge or, you know, exaggerate stories sometimes. You know, Geminis are very good storytellers, and sometimes when you listen to them, you wonder which parts of it are exaggerated or 100% true. But yeah, in addition to this, Geminis can be a bit indecisive sometimes because they don't want to commit to something that they know at some point is going to bore them. So they're very prone to boredom, and sometimes can be a bit fickle because of it. So if they give in to that boredom, sometimes they can find themselves getting very anxious or scatterbrained because they feel like they're lacking purpose or lacking direction. So it's very important for Gemini to sit down with themselves and really figure out which things really make them feel good and stimulate their mind, so that they can put their energy into that instead of, you know, making things a game or trying to deceive people, because ultimately, karmically, that will come back to them, just like how every other sun sign has karma that will come back to them if they give in to these not so positive traits. Okay? But yeah, that is Gemini in a nutshell, and I thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the other 12 sign videos. Okay, bye!